In this module, we'll explore IDs and classes. IDs and classes are some of the most important concepts in web development. We'll begin with IDs. IDs allow us to identify, select, and change one specific element. IDs use a hashtag in CSS. Let's look at an example. Suppose here that we want to have all our LIs or list elements white by default, but want to highlight every other LI in black. We can do this with IDs. First, we'll create an ID attribute in the LI element. We can give this ID any name that we want. Let's call this one HighL for highlight. We'll do the same for the next LI that we want to highlight. Now we'll go to our CSS page, copy our default LI styling, paste it, and add a hashtag followed by the name of our ID. We'll give these LIs a background color of #000 or black. Now our LIs with those IDs are styled specifically. Before we look at classes, let's learn a new HTML tag called a div. The div tag defines a division or section of a page. We'll make the article by Michael Abrahams a section by enclosing it in a div tag. Notice how I've organized my code using indentation. When you use correct indentation, even your IDE will understand where elements begin and end. Here is a feature called folding code, which comes in handy when your page has hundreds of elements. Now let's create a class. Classes allow us to change multiple elements and use a dot notation in CSS. Our article section has various elements, so a class works nicely here. Inside of our div, we'll write the class attribute and give the class any name that we want. Let's call it article_1. Now let's return to style.css. We'll write a dot and then article1. It's important to always give your div a width and a height. Here we'll use a width of 100% and a height of 300 pixels. Now is a good time to mention that if you wanted the div to take up the entire height of the user's browser, we could use 100 VH. VH stands for viewport height. Now we'll give our div a background color of 330000, which is a kind of reddish clay color. If you're still unsure how hex colors work, be sure to check out the hex color handout in Module 2. If we save and refresh our browser, we now have a section of our page that uses Article1 class properties. Now let's copy the Article1 div and create a new article with a different class name. We'll also copy our CSS for Article1 and make one for Article2 with a different background color. Now we have two sections on our page, each using a different class.